Good morning, children. How are you? Are you preparing well for the coming examination? I think do you did well. You prepared well for the coming examination. Give a special importance for reading the lessons. First you see the YouTube class, then you read the lessons, then try to answer the questions or the given notes by week. The last episode, we discussed about combustion and play. We have seen that what is combustion? Combustion is a substance reacts with oxygen, producing heat and light. Combustion is a familiar word. Every morning we see that in our kitchen this process is taking place. In our kitchen, your mother uses LPG gas for cooking food. There combustion takes place. While burning this gas, it produces heat as well as light. Similarly, a candle flame. While you are praying in the evening time, you light a candle and place it before your God. While the candle is burning, it also produces light and heat. Then this combustion is classified into three. This also I said to that one rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion and explosion. Rapid combustion means combustion like gases like hydrogen or phosphorus when placed in the air in presence of fire, it undergo burning. It produces also rapid combustion. Spontaneous combustion means your LPG gas in your kitchen. As soon as we lighted, is used, it immediately catches fire. This is spontaneous combustion. The third type is explosion. Explosion means in fireworks. The previous class I said to you that in your festivals, we have in your nearby temple, you have seen that there is fireworks. That is Karimarana, Vedikkatta Kala Prakadana. There is explosion. When explosion during combustion, it produces not only light but also sound. Different colored lights. It is also accompanied by sound also. First combustion, different types of combustion, ignition temperature, necessary requirements for combustion. Air is necessary for combustion. Oxygen is necessary for combustion. In the absence of oxygen, no combustion takes place. Ignition temperature, we all know that certain materials catches fire very quickly, very easily. That means its ignition temperature is very low. At the same time, certain materials catches fire not very at a high temperature because its ignition temperature is very high. So there is ignition temperature. Then the the combustion is also accompanied by heat, air, and fuel. If a combustion takes place, these three conditions must satisfy. If a material is to be burned, these three conditions, what are the three conditions? Heat, air, and a fuel. In the absence of a fuel, there is no combustion. In the absence of air or oxygen, no combustion. In the absence of heat, no combustion. So, if a material is to be burned, the presence of these three must be necessary. The controlling of fire is based on these three requirements. cut off one of these three requirements, there is no fire take place. To remove heat, to remove air, or to remove the fuel, the combustion must stop. The principle of fire force or controlling fire or extinguishing fire is dependent on this factor. What's the factor? The needs for combustion is heat, air, and fuel. The needs for combustion is these three materials: heat, air, and fuel. So, the principle behind under the controlling fire is dependent upon these three materials, these three factors. If we remove heat, we can stop the or extinguish fire. If we remove air, we can extinguish fire. Or if we remove the fuel from the surroundings, we can control fire. The fire force or the fire brigade are working on this principle. So, there in our daily life, or when they use either water or carbon dioxide for controlling fire. For using water, there is a limitations. If an oil is catches fire, we can't control it by water because oil is lighter than water. So we can't control it by the use of water. In such a cases, they use carbon dioxide for extinguishing fire. Today, we are discussing about fuel. Fuel means the substance which undergo combustion is known as fuel. The substance which undergo combustion is known as fuel. What is a fuel? It means the substance which undergo combustion. Can you say examples for some fuels in your home which material is used for cooking food? We all know that either in your home, your mother may use firewood. In some houses, they use LPG gas. In certain cases, they use kerosene stove. What are the names? Some kinds of fuels used in your home? Wood, firewood. Examples of firewood, LPG, what's meaning LPG? Liquid petroleum gas or kerosene is also used in your home for cooking food. They are fuels. What are the qualities of a good fuel? In your home, you all know that if you use LPG, it's more convenient. It's very easy to cook the food materials by using LPG. Then, can you say the good qualities of a good fuel? One, it must be available. It must be cheap. Highest calorific value. What is the calorific value? Then, fourth quality, it must not leave any waste material or any residue. Does not leave after burning any residue or any unwanted materials. These are the four qualities of a good fuel. What are they? Fuel must be easily available in your surroundings. The fuel must be easily available in your surroundings. It must be easily available. For example, you are the firewood. Firewood is easily available in your surroundings. Similarly, it has cheap. We can say that there's a good fuel, but it is very cost. So we can purchase it and we can use it every day. Every day we can avoid the use of prepared food every morning, every noon, every evening. So it must be cheap. It has highest calorific value. What's the calorific value? We all know that the heat produced by the complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel is known as calorific value. The efficiency of the fuel efficiency is calculated or said to be in the term of calorific value. Define calorific value. If the calorific value is defined as the amount of heat produced by the complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel. If we take 1 kilogram of fuel and burn it completely, then we know that how many amount of heat energy produced. The calorific value is expressed in the unit kilojoule, kilo per joule. The calorific value is expressed by the unit kilo per joule. That means the amount of heat energy produced by the complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel is said to be calorific value. If the fuel efficiency is, if it is fuel efficiency, calorific value means the single term for fuel efficiency. Then last, it does not leave out any unwanted materials, any residue in it. That means if a fuel is burned completely, it does not left any ashes or unwanted materials or residues. Then it is said to be a good fuel. So, what are the qualities of a good fuel? If a fuel is satisfied these four conditions, it is said to be an ideal fuel. Ideal fuel. If a fuel satisfies these four conditions, what are the four conditions or four qualities of a good fuel? It is easily available in your surroundings. It is very cheap. It is high calorific. Its efficiency is very high. That means it has high calorific value and it does not leave any unwanted materials. If a fuel satisfies these four qualities, it is said to be an ideal fuel. The efficiency of a fuel is represented by the unit is expressed by calorific value. Calorific value means the amount of heat energy produced by the complete combustion of 1 kilogram of fuel. It is expressed in the unit kilo per joule. Then we can think about the side effects of burning or combustion. We have seen that we have heard about global warming. What do you know about global warming? Global warming means, in single word, we can see that the fever caused by the atmosphere. Fever, you know what is fever? Fever, fever, and you know your fever. Now you are frightening the fever COVID-19 or viral fever or dengue fever or mouse fever, LPD. We have familiar with the different kinds of fever in our body. we are familiar with the different kinds of fever in our body. Like our body, the atmosphere also sometimes caught fever. That means hot fever means what is the symptom of fever? Rise in temperature. The symptom of fever is our body temperature rises. Our body, if the body temperature rises, we said that he is fever or she is fever. Similarly, some activities due to the normal activities, not only the abnormal activities of the human beings or the products or the pollutions given out by the factories, the atmosphere can caught fever. The temperature of the atmosphere increases. For example, the vehicles or the factories give out a large amount of polluted materials to the atmosphere. We have read in newspapers the previous day. There's a huge accident in Uttarakhand. This is side effects of global warming. It is also known as globe. These all are the results of human activities. Human activities. So now we are familiar with the term global warming. What is global warming? Due to the presence of burning, certain the amount of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases. What is the side effects? If the amount of carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide or the carbon particles is increased in the atmosphere, the atmosphere temperature also increases. The carbon dioxide particles have the capacity to absorb the heat. So they absorb more heat, and as a result, the atmospheric temperature increases. The atmospheric temperature increases. The increasing of atmospheric temperature by human activities is known as global warming. Global warming. The single word you have to remember is the fever caused by the atmosphere. Fever, you know the word fever, the increase in temperature. You know, no doubt, fever means increase in temperature. So if the atmosphere got fever, it is known as like dengue fever, viral fever, or COVID-19, there are also different kinds of fever. So, like our fever, the atmosphere also got fever. The atmosphere got fever by the increasing amount of carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. Do you know what is global warming? Then, what are the reasons? One of the reasons is the burning of fuel. As a result of the burning of fuel, they given out the bad effects, the harmful effects of burning. What are the harmful effects of burning? If a substance may not burn completely, it left out some carbon particles. The carbon particles reaches the atmosphere and causes some kind of diseases to the human beings. Similarly, the carbon monoxide third, carbon dioxide. If we use ideal fuel, these three products are not born. But unfortunately, up to this day, no ideal fuel is discovered or found out or used in our country. Ideal fuel means, the fuel which satisfies all the four qualities we discussed earlier. What are the four qualities? Easily available, cheap, high calorific value, does not leave out any unwanted materials. If a fuel satisfies, obeys these four qualities, that fuel is said to be an ideal fuel. But what happened? Unfortunately, no ideal fuel is found out up to this day. So the fuel we used in our daily life, or used in our home, or used in our vehicles. What are the fuels used in our vehicles? Petrol or diesel. Now we are going to ready to use electricity or CNG. What do you mean CNG? Compressed natural gas. It's also electricity or CNG is going to replace instead of petrol and diesel. What is the reason? If CNG or electricity is used for running vehicle, this pollution can be reduced. What pollution? If you use petrol or diesel, it gives out a large amount of oxides of carbon, and as well as the oxides of nitrogen. What happened at this? If a large amount of oxides of nitrogen and oxides of carbon are given out from the vehicles or the factories, it causes global warming. Second, it causes acid rain. Do you know what is acid rain? We are going to discuss acid rain also. Now we are discussing about why the incomplete burning of a fuel, it given out three pollutants, three harmful materials to the atmosphere. What are the three harmful materials? It may give out carbon particles, carbon monoxide is poisons. If you are living in a room, door closed, and if there is carbon dioxide, it may cause death. Carbon dioxide is the main product by the burning of the fuel. So, three harmful materials given out by the burning of fuel are carbon particles, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide. Then we are said to the global warming. Then the acid rain. Do you know what is acid rain? In our Kerala, especially in Kalamassery is known as Kalamassery near Alway is known as industrial center. There we can, if you go, we can see a number of industries in near Kalamassery, near Alwa. So in Kalamassery, what happened? There are a number of factories. In the factories, given out a large number of pollutants like oxides of carbon, oxides of sulfur, and oxides of nitrogen. These oxides of carbon or sulfur or nitrogen enter the atmosphere and dissolve in the water vapor or moisture present in the atmosphere, and to form acids of nitric acid or sulfuric acid. On rainy season, the oxides of nitrogen or the oxides of sulfur dissolved in water and fall to the earth, and it is named as acid rain. So, global warming and acid rain. In our ordinary places, it is not going to happen. Does acid rain may perhaps have happened especially in the industrial areas. So, you are familiar with these two terms. What is acid rain or what is global warming? You can easily remember global warming. You may not return the examination, but you have to remember it. It can correct increase in the atmospheric temperature. Increase in the atmospheric temperature is known as global warming. How does it happen? As a result of burning or the pollutions given out by the factories or vehicles go to the atmosphere, especially carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide absorbs heat and stored in it. So, as a result, the atmospheric temperature increases gradually. The process of increasing the atmospheric temperature is known as global warming. What are the processes of global warming? Process of this, the pollution or the pollutants or determinants of polluted gases given out by the factories. Then what is acid rain? Similarly, from the factories and vehicles, a number of pollution gases or the oxides of nitrogen and oxides of sulfur are given out to the atmosphere. These gases dissolves in water and producing nitric acid as well as sulfurous acid, and during rainy season it falls to the earth. This is known as acid rain. Acid rain means not pure water is falling in the earth, but water containing a little amount of acids. Which are the common acids present in acid rain? Either nitric acid or sulfuric acid. How nitric acid or sulfuric acid enter the rainy water? In the atmosphere, there is a number of pollutant gases. What are they? Oxides of nitrogen or oxides of sulfur. How they enter the atmosphere? They are the pollutant gases given out by the factories or vehicles. You understand what is? Then you can write in a single sentence what is acid rain. Acid rain means the pollutant gases like the oxides of nitrogen and oxides of sulfur given out by the factories enter the atmosphere and dissolves in the water and fall to the earth in rainy season is known as acid rain. Similarly, global warming. So today we have discussed about fuels. What is a fuel? You don't go to another town or another country for a better understanding of fuel. Where do you go? You go to the kitchen. You go to the kitchen and then simply ask, what's a fuel? Fuel you can see in your kitchen, you can see three kinds of fuel. What are three kinds? The gas which you use for cooking rice. The firewood you use for cooking boiling water. Or the kerosene which you used in kerosene stove. This kerosene, LPG and firewood are called fuels. So you can see the fuel. You can touch the fuel. You are not touched by burning. Before the burning, you can touch kerosene or firewood. Yes, sir. Why they are called fuels? On burning, it produces heat and light. Heat and light. So they are called fuels. How they can classify it? Fuels are classified into three: in solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. In solid fuel, what is the solid fuel? Firewood. Liquid fuel, kerosene. Gaseous fuel, LPG. In the inner cylinder, it is compressed liquid. It is compressed at high pressure. It is liquid and it is injected in the form of liquid. While we are using lighting, it is turned to from liquid state to gaseous. What are the qualities of a good fuel? This is the firewood. It is a good fuel. It is available. It is cheap, but it has a native value. What's the native? The calorific value is very low. Do you know which has the highest calorific value? Firewood or LPG? How we can calculate it? We can calculate that the same amount of water is taken in two pots, and one is placed on the firewood and one is placed in the gas stove. Which water is boiled quickly? The pot which is taken placed in the gas. So it has highest calorific value. Then what is an ideal fuel? These four qualities. If the E5 fuel satisfies these four qualities, it is said to be an ideal fuel. Then what is the harmful effects of the burning of fuel. What are the three harmful products or pollutants? Three harmful pollutants burned by the burning fuel is carbon particles, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. As a result, what happened? Two things happened: global warming and acid rain. You may read this passage, this unit, this chapter several times. Then you observe this class. Today itself I will send you the brief notes. You don't directly go to read the notes. First you see the YouTube class, then you read the lesson, then only you try to read the notes. You can give a brief and a clear explanation of what was being taken in this chapter. This chapter is also included in the coming examination and examination. There are more questions from this chapter or the last two chapters. So you prepared well for the coming examination and got high score and high mark. I wish you all success. In the coming episode, I will take the revision classes also. And this chapter we can discuss some questions which may perhaps asking in the annual examination. You may first study the lessons well. Or thank you all. We can see the next revision episode. Okay.